Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla. If you're new here, you should definitely subscribe. Today we're doing my first ever reading vlog, and I am so excited. I have such a good lineup planned. Before I show you the first book, can we take a moment for the sweatshirt? I got this for Christmas. It says Wing Leader, Fourth Wing, and then there's a dragon. And obviously it's from the book Fourth Wing. And then what makes this sweatshirt even better, it says Zayden. Are you kidding? That's adorable. I love the sweatshirt and it's so cozy. I'm gonna be living in this for the foreseeable future and I'm very happy about it. First book. Oh my god, my hair just came undone. Okay, I've got a ponytail now, not a bun. First book is acotar, A Court of Wings and Ruin. This is the third book in the acotar series. I have been reading this for 11 days and I am 300 pages in. I'm supposed to read a book every like 4 days, so this is putting me behind schedule and we just started off the month. When I'm filming this, it's January 11th. I should have read 2 books by now and it's just taking me so long. But I love it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. We're gonna read this throughout this whole video, so I'll just randomly... Can you chill? So at the end of the video, or whenever I finish it, I'll do like my whole thoughts. Can you chill out, bro? My god. But what we're gonna start with here is Ruthless Vows. This is the second book in the Divine Rivals series. I think it's just a duology. I have been waiting months for this book. I did watch a little reading recap of Divine Rivals, so I'm pretty confident in going back into this world. Not ready for my heart to be ripped out of its chest like it was for Divine Rivals. The ending of it? Oh my god, are you kidding? Are you kidding? That book made me emotional. Can't wait to get back into the world, and I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm getting into it right now, so let's go read. I'm having any beautiful quotes. I can't give any spoilers like at all, like I'm not doing that in this vlog, but I especially am not gonna say anything because Zach is reading Divine Rivals and he's only like 30 pages into it, so I really don't want to spoil anything. It's like a whole nother level when you're with someone that's reading the first book. I just don't want to say anything, even if it's not a spoiler and it's just like a fact. I don't know. I'm just hesitant about explaining anything. But there were a couple scenes where I gasped, where I awed. There's so many cute parts, especially at this point that I just got to. Once again, there are stressful parts, and the stress in these books is what brought Divine Rivals from a 6 to a 5.5 because it stressed me out so bad. This so far is a 6, and I am so excited. And I will see you soon with another update. Hopefully I'll have this book done tomorrow. I'm sure I will. It's so good. To sit and think about it. She's amazing. 6-star, easy. I tabbed it and ran out of blue tabs, so I have to go get some more. So there's some orange in there to match the cover. I love this book so much. I always describe Divine Rivals, the first one, I always describe it as historical fiction with magical realism because basically the only magical part in that book is the typewriters, and then there's like a war between the gods, but you don't interact with the gods, you don't know anything about them. They're just the reason a war is happening, and that's like the whole magic part. There's not that much else that happens that's really magic in the book. This, full of magic. This is full-on fantasy, so I can no longer describe it as that long-winded little description. Everything about this was so good. I love the writing. There's so many beautiful quotes in this book and so many beautiful descriptions. I love it so much. Roman is the cutest. Iris is a beast. As you saw in that little reaction to the ending, I almost cried at the end. It was quite emotional. I didn't cry, surprisingly, but I almost did, and it was very sad. But I love how the book wrapped up, except for that one little piece, that one little spot. If you've read this book, you know what I'm talking about. That was so sad. The rest of it was perfect. It was only that one thing that I didn't love because it was so sad. Anyway, this is a 6-star series. I love it so much. I cannot wait for the time that I reread this series, because I am gonna reread it at some point. point. For now, I think just for today, I'm gonna read acotar. I read, I think, 40 pages last night. Also tabbing this. I think I said that at the beginning though. I'm on page 335. Gonna read this for today. I don't remember where I left off on my acotar update, but I am now on page 446. Okay, hold on. I need to tell you this page. Page 418 gives the same energy as Iron Flame with Cat on the mat. And I basically had the same reaction. It was ridiculous. That was so uncalled for. That was ridiculous. Oh my god. It's just so messed up. Ugh. And the character that said it, barging in like they did, no. But you know what made up for it? Page 439 made up for that. That's my update. If you haven't read those books, so sorry. You should. I read acotar and hated it. Would have DNF'd it, but so many people made me keep going. That book sucked at the time. Then I read acotar and loved it because you know who was in there, and that was like the whole story, which I ate up. But acotar has a lot of essential parts for the rest of the series. Who would have thunk? Okay, can you chill out, girl? Oh, hell nah. No, we don't do that, okay? Back to what I was saying before Eno interrupted. There's a riddle in acotar. Literally, as soon as the riddle was written on the page, I guessed it. I had 3 guesses, and I'm like, I think it's this. I was correct, and it was so dumb. I have beef with the first book, but now that I am into the series, I understand why it had to happen. That book existed so that these books could be incredible. That's my thoughts on that. If you haven't read acotar, you definitely should get through the first book. Just get through it. But once you continue, oh my god, Tamari's taking a dump. Getting back to acotar and my thoughts on it, I like this. I've heard no one really have any thoughts on this. They say that acotar is amazing, and then some people say that, I don't know, the big orange one. They say that those are the best. I am loving this one. This is a lot of politics, which I didn't think I would be all about, but apparently I am. And I think also because a lot of the powers are coming through and you're discovering a lot about the characters, and a lot of new characters come into play and have like essential roles, and I really like that. I am eating this up. It's just taking me a long time to eat up. Tonight I'm gonna read for quite a while. My goal is to read 100 pages. Next time I talk to you, let's hope I'm on 546. I am now on page 549. So much happened in those 100 pages. It was crazy. Cass in this got so hot. He's a beast. He's so good. A little immature, but so good. Az is acting very immature. So is Moore. A big thing happened. Well, okay, there's several big things in this book. It's a 700-page book, obviously. Big things are gonna happen several times. One of them just finished, and now they're, like, recovering from that. They're all a little overwhelmed, a little traumatized, if you will. Therefore, they're all being a little bit dramatic in different ways. But I feel like that's validated. They just went through some shit. I have 150 pages left. We'll see if I finish this today. Let's get back to reading. New location. I did indeed finish acotar. I'm gonna show you the footage of me finishing this book. The last like 100 pages, I filmed my reaction. Before I play it, I need you to know that I realized how dramatic I am. The pain I felt at the time. Also, it was midnight, so like I was a little delulu. It was emotional, okay? Don't make fun of me too hard, thank you. Here's my reaction. So yeah, I cried. It was very dramatic. It was very emotional. And this story didn't leave on any sort of cliffhanger, surprisingly. I feel like in series, every single one always does. This did not. The whole story wrapped up. This was not what I was expecting, and I loved it so much. I give it 6 stars. 2 6 stars in one video. That's crazy. That's crazy. And now I am going to move on to Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This might be a 3 6-star video we have here. I have extremely high expectations for this. Miss Sarah Caroli influenced the crap out of me, and I've been wanting this for so long. I was following Lauren Roberts on TikTok when she started writing this book. I did already start reading it. I'm on page 56. I love it so far. I feel like the characters are gonna be so good. I'm not completely sure what the whole story is gonna be about. I think it's enemies to lovers. I think it's Hunger Games. It's also giving 6 of Crows. If you like all of that, seems like this is gonna be for you. Also, right on the first page, I was already hooked. Let me read you 3 sentences. Thick hot liquid runs down my arm. Blood. Funny I don't remember the guard nicking me with his sword before my fist connected with his face. Despite being a flash, he apparently couldn't manage to move faster than my right hook to his jaw. Just like the whole way that this character speaks and thinks, I feel like is more realistic. I don't know, just I was immediately hooked by the way that the character was speaking. I love that. Excited to continue this. I'm now on page 408 of Powerless. It's so good. It's like Hunger Games, but more focused on the romance. But it's like forbidden love, secrets. The banter in this is phenomenal. Like the best banter I've ever read, I think. Everything is really building up to this point, and that's why I stopped at the point that I'm at right now to give an update before everything happens, and then I finish this book tonight. There's so many different ways this could go, and this is only the first book, so I know it has to leave off on some sort of cliffhanger. Also, there's no spice in this so far, which is crazy. I feel like there's probably potential for it in the next books, but as of right now, spice free. Let's go finish this up. I finished it and it was so good. Kind of guessed the ending, but not quite. Things still happened that I didn't expect. Also, it did not leave on that big of a cliffhanger. It was kind of just like setting up well for the next book, but it wasn't like the end of Iron Flame or anything. It wasn't like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, what the frick just happened? It wasn't like that. It was like, okay, I see where we're gonna go. I see where the next 2 books are gonna lead. I have some ideas of how they're gonna play out. There's some potential for some stuff to happen. I loved it. I thought it was so good. Once again, the banter was phenomenal. The lies, the betrayal, the suspense, the thrilling aspects was crazy. This book is basically the Hunger Games. There's 3 different trials these people are going to go through. I also kind of feel like Divergent. It kind of reminds me of that. It just has a lot of different things all combined into these 510 pages. I am not really sure what my rating's going to be. I think 5 stars. I have all 3 of the books I read now. Look at all those tabs, all the cute colors. I love it. Acotar, I'm standing by my 6-star rating on this. I haven't stopped thinking about it since. And the next book I read is Court of Frost and Starlight, I'm pretty sure. So excited to continue this. It's so good. And it made me bawl my eyes out. So it deserves a 6 star. If I'm going to be bawling my eyes out and not stop thinking about this book, 6. Then we have Ruthless Vows. Now I'm thinking this is a 5 or a 5.5, not quite a 6 anymore, because I feel like with Divine Rivals, I'm still thinking about that book more than I'm thinking about this one. So I think I might give this a 5. And then Powerless, because of the banter, because of the love, the 5 or 5.5. And I think it might have to be 5.5 because I'm definitely going to be thinking about it. But it wasn't a 6 star. We have a 5. We have a 5.5. And we have a 6. Very good start to the year. And also, when I give something a 5, it's perfection. But when I give it a 6 or a 5.5, I'm like, I wish I never had to stop reading these books. I wish they were 2,000 pages long. I could never get out of the world. I'm constantly thinking about it. That's what that's what a 6 is for me. That is what I think of these 3 books. Thanks for coming along this reading vlog with me. I hope you enjoyed. I had a blast. I'm definitely going to do more of these in the future because I thought it was so fun. If you enjoyed, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on on bell notifications to get notified every time I post a new video, and I will see you next time. Peace.